Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. We take the green jersey. It's a good day.
Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Tour de France 2020 playthrough with Team Ineos, and today it is time for stage number 17. Can you believe we're nearly at the end of the tour already? But before we get into stage 17, let's have a quick look back at the stage that preceded it, stage number 16. Now, it was a great stage in terms of we finished in the top 2 and got 6 of our riders in the top 13. That is something to really applaud, but I still don't know how it happened. We were just caught napping, to be honest, by the two guys who were fighting for the yellow jersey with Roglic, who is the proper pronunciation, and I can't remember what the pronunciation is of the other bloke. Somebody did comment it in the YouTube comments. In fact, I'm going to have a little bit of a look now while I speak to you guys and see if I can find the comment, and I'm going to give a shout out to the person who gave me the correct pronunciation of Roglic, not Roglic, Roglic, I think is his name. Oh, come on, internet work. And the other guy, the Astana guy, Fugslang as I've been calling him. That's great, the internet's not working on my phone. Come on. Anyway, Grant Thomas finished in 8th. We were caught napping a little bit, to be honest, by the other guys, because I don't know how we blew up at the end. And I truly don't know how, and I just don't understand whatsoever. It was our Dutch who commented, so we've got Fuglsang, right, the Danish rider Fuglsang, yes. And Roglic is pronounced Roglic. Okay, we'll try our best. Thank you very much to our Dutch who has commented that, I think on stage number 13. But in the points classification, as you heard, we took the lead of that. Best climb we weren't really too fussed about. Bernal took 20 points, Kwiatkowski took 17 points. As you can see, in the general classification, Grant Thomas is 1 minute and 46 seconds behind Roglic. And Fuglsang is 2 minutes and 15 behind the leader. Kwiatkowski still in 4th place. He's got a real good chance, you know. I still believe that Kwiatkowski could well win this if Roglic, Thomas and Fuglsang start to struggle. But it was disappointing because we were within a minute of Roglic going into stage number 16. But, you know, a new stage, a new day, and potentially a little bit of time to improve. As you can see, though, that best climber classification is really over. It's all about just making sure it's a mathematical certainty now, really. Kwiatkowski leads De Gent by 48 points, yes. Kwiatkowski has the lead of that polka dot jersey, so it's all really a matter of time. And he also leads the points classification as well, ahead of Sagan, although it is fair to say that we've got a few flat stages coming up, so I doubt that Kwiatkowski will retain the lead of the green classification. Young riders, Evan Apoe is in front of Bernal, not really fussed about that, but team classification we lead by nearly an hour. It's another tough stage today. I think I'm right in saying that it is the last mountain stage, which will make it all the more important. We've got to focus on trying to deplete the time, or minimise the time rather, between Geraint Thomas and Roglic at the See, I've got it wrong already. Between Geraint Thomas and Roglic at the I don't know how to pronounce his name now. Roglic. We'll get no, it's not Roglic. Roglic. We'll get it right at some point. We'll get it right. Definitely we'll get it right. But anyway, God, I do ramble. But anyway, it is time for stage number 17, the last of the mountain stages. And boy, it's going to be a tough one.
It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you. This is a key stage for the general classification. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. I'm not too worried. I think we're able to win the stage, outdistancing the other favorites. Have a good day, guys. Come on, we're aiming for victory.
Hello everyone and welcome to this mountain stage. With a summit at 2,300 metres, a 21-kilometre ascent and an average gradient of 7.5%, the finish on the Col de Madeleine is a litmus test for claimants to the general classification. A test that could nourish ambitions, or, on the contrary, that could see a relinquishment of all hope for final victory.
God, that sounds brilliant yet bleak at the same time. But welcome to stage 17. I do apologise. There is another mountain stage to come after this, and my God, that is a whopper. But today, we're going to get our old taskmaster, Kvatkowski, into the breakaway. They are starting to go now, so without any further ado, we'll go. Our old taskmaster, Kvatkowski, we'll get into the breakaway, just to try and get some points for that classification. As I said before, Sagan is going to be good on those flat stages, so it'd be good if we can get another 20 points here. We're also going to put Froome in that breakaway, get him to attack. But we're controlling Kvatkowski. We'll attack with him. As you can see, there's not a feed until after the first big climb. Just look at the ascent of that. That looks absolutely horrible. So we won't work our guys too hard in the peloton. But we'll get Kvatkowski in there as well as Chris Froome. Without any further ado, let's go.
Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed.
Well, okay, it's time to attack.
Guys, today you've got 2 all-category climbs that reach 2,000 meters. It's not going to be your easiest day in the saddle. Good luck.
Right, well, Chris Froome hasn't really managed to get away, so we'll control him and try and get away with him now. We've got a good lead. Yeah, I know what Chris Froome means, to be honest. He's not really that well placed, so it was going to be tricky for him. I'll get that. But we'll try and give him a helping hand to get through this group. Oh, there's the yellow jersey group has... I thought the yellow jersey group had gone. I was about to say, it is very tricky with Chris Froome to get through. But he's going into the top 30 now. Right, here we go. So only 3 guys in the breakaway. 4 now, but, I mean, Froome's not going to have much energy to attack soon, so need to be careful of that. A lot of guys riding hard here, interestingly. The peloton in general, I think, is riding hard. It's just we're well placed. Right, come on. Come on, Froome. He's going to struggle, I think, now, the amount of energy he's used. Don't have a blow-up, obviously. Don't use any of our gel yet. So, that opportunity might well have gone for Chris Froome to get into the breakaway. But not really much going on. Only 4 in the breakaway. There's ourselves, Bardet and Chavez. Again, nobody to really worry about. But not much going on until that first third-class climb. So I'll update you when we get there. But there's nobody left in the breakaway. As you can see, the peloton's caught up. That's amazing. There's an attack at the top. But to be honest, Kvatkowski hasn't really got the energy. But very interesting, that first attack hasn't worked. It's very rare you see that, as you can see. Some guys starting to go. I mean, Pogacar's an interesting player. But nobody massive, really, that's up there. But only a minute to the breakaway.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway.
Very interesting. It might just... Well, there's nobody in there that's anybody really bothered about. As you can see, there's only points available for the top 2 here. So we'll just accelerate on a little bit. To be fair, this it's interesting the breakaways now worked. It didn't work before, but again, we exerted our energy early on. There's no point trying to be part of that breakaway. We'll just keep it going just to see who gets over there on top. And then I'll see you guys for the sprint. I mean, there's 16 in that breakaway now. As you can see, I mean, the peloton's only a minute behind. So Hermans gets 2 points, Pogacar gets 1. Nothing to really concern us about. And I'll see you guys at the sprint. This is going to be a tricky stage, though, today. 2 very big climbs. So we could have our work cut out here, and we've got to keep on our game. Well, the breakaway looks quite tempting, so I'll tell you what. We're going to go with Chris Froome again. We're going to try for a second time. Castro Viejo at the head of the peloton, as you can see. It's a long way to go to get to the guys in the breakaway, but if we can get sort of within a minute or something along those lines, we should be okay. As you can see, there's a little group of riders here, so we're not using our energy too much. Be great if we can catch up to Valverde, get within a minute of this breakaway. We might not be able to get much of a break here, I don't know, but we'll just tell Chris Froome to work with his opponents and see how we get on. We might just be straight back into the peloton, we'll find out, but again, we don't really have to worry about the breakaway. It's just a shame we can't get any points in the green jersey classification. No big points anyway. Well, we fast forwarded a bit. It seems Froome's gone all by himself, but ultimately he's got absolutely no energy left, so we won't exert ourselves too much. There's no point using a feed here. Again, we've got to get to a high-class climb before we use any of our feed. Skashman? Don't know how you pronounce that name. He wins the sprint. We've got a little bit of energy, so we might as well use it here. Try and get a point or two. Well, we've blown up. We haven't really got to worry about that. 2 points we've got. We've got a big climb coming up, so we've probably got to conserve our energy. And I might say to Froome to come back, get back to the peloton. Because ultimately we don't want him to consume his energy too much. But it's all looking okay at the moment. We'll make sure that everyone's okay in the peloton. I mean, Castro Viejo's not got much blue energy left, but not much to worry about there. Froome's starting to regain his energy, and actually that group at the front is getting much closer, but I think you'll find that in this climb, that group is going to be completely split apart, completely wide open, and the peloton might actually start to reduce the gap and even get up to the breakaway, who knows. So we start the Col de Madeleine, or Madeleine, I suppose it might be. I mean, that's just great for Grant Thomas, fantastic. We were well bloody placed as well. Get out the way! Oh dear, we were well placed in this as well. Goodness sake, as you can see, there's 2 distinct groups now. Chris Froome is actually part of the second group along with Castro Viejo. But the peloton is getting very close to these guys at the top. If we could actually get decently placed, I was tempted to launch a bit of an attack at the start just to drag this group out a little bit. There we go, we're a little bit better placed now. 69 in this peloton. Right, at the front I think it's Dennis. Kwiatkowski's there as well, as you can see. And we're just going to get Bernal to protect us so he can attack. We'll get Kwiatkowski to attack as well, and Carapaz to protect Kwiatkowski. And let's just see if we can launch an attack and start to ruffle a few feathers. As you can see, there's the group just up ahead. Kwiatkowski's making a good attack. So is Bernal. Oh, is Bernal starting to struggle a bit? No, he's okay. As you can see, this is good. This is what we wanted. Obviously, we can use all of our feed coming up here. Okay, we're not too fussed now. Right, Kwiatkowski can chill out now. He's got no energy left, red energy, so he's okay. Carapaz, well, you ain't going to protect him, are you? So, pointless that exercise. Dennis is by himself. We'll get him to use his red gel. This is good. I'm happy with this. Full feeds left with our 4 main guys. That's the main thing, really. And there are the leaders. Could do with catching up to Kwiatkowski just to follow him, but this guy will do for the moment. But a good attack. We've just put 20 seconds between ourselves and the peloton. But there's a long way to go up this climb yet. Just keeping things nice and controlled now. I think it's 10 kilometres to the summit, I've just heard. We've got these 4 in the peloton, as you can see, all the big players. Roglic, Fuglsang in there as well. Fuglsang even, sorry, in there. Just keep an eye on the guys who have fallen behind. Dennis really starting to struggle now. Gonna have to tell Castro Viejo to have all of that blue feed. Again, we're just gonna have to let those guys go. This is the most important battle. Kwiatkowski has consumed a little bit of his blue feed. I think that Bernal's okay for the moment.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Again, don't want to waste our feed at the end of the day. I think Carapaz needs a little bit as well. But Bernal looks okay for now, to be fair. We know he's a very good mountain climber, is Bernal. But we did start an attack, and I think that's definitely made a difference. Remember, there was a peloton of, what, about 60 riders as we started this climb. So it's been very much worth it, I think, to go for this attack, because only the best guys have stayed with us. We might be able to catch up to this lead group by the top of this climb. It's not our main objective, but as you can see, this group's set in a high tempo now, so we'll just have to keep an eye on everyone here. Oh, Evenepoel's been distant, so I mean, I think he's 4 minutes behind Bernal, so Bernal might be able to take that white jersey potentially today. It's a good pace, but we're a long way from the top at the moment, so nothing to worry about particularly. Just keep a check on everyone. Kwiatkowski might be a little bit more of a feed potentially soon. I'd say do not work with anyone, just protect our leaders. We don't really need to manage the time gap. I'm not too fussed about that. The yellow and green jersey, both inside that group now. Grant's starting to fall back a little, so we'll just start to push a little. As Roglic blew up. I don't think he has, but he's not looking on the best of pace here. Be great if he has. That would be music to my ears. Just riding a little bit behind with Geraint Thomas. Again, there's no serious gap. Roglic started to fall back, though. That's a concern for him, definitely. Great for us, though. He will get a feed afterwards, obviously. Oh, Kwiatkowski's starting to struggle. Right, he's one of our best mountain climbers, so... Oh, he's actually blown up. Come on, mate. Let's get you through it. Luckily, everyone behind not really riding at such a great pace, so... Come on, Kwiatkowski. Come on, mate. We'll keep an eye on you. Roglic in that Kwiatkowski group. Fuglsang, Geraint Thomas, Carapaz, and Bernal all up in that group there. Just need to keep an eye on everyone here. It's very important just to ensure that everybody, in terms of our top four anyway, are okay. Roglic's starting to fall even further back, so he might not have what it takes up this climb. But Bernal competing with Fuglsang. Trying to make sure we don't have any blow-ups. It's marginal. As you can see, this group's starting to get smaller now. Roglic's starting to struggle. Bernal and Fuglsang have actually checked out a little bit at the front, but not really much to concern ourselves over. Kwiatkowski might need a little bit more of that feed. Just want to leave a little bit of it in reserve. Going to be very important to get all of our guys to the top of this in decent time. So tricky, though, to judge. So, the breakaway, if you could call it that. It's not got much of a lead now. It's got a minute's lead on Fuglsang and Bernal. Roglic started to catch up a bit more now. So just under 5 kilometres to go of this climb. All looking okay at the moment. I think Kwiatkowski is probably in the worst place possible, so we're just keeping an eye on him to make sure he doesn't blow up. We'll use all of that pink feed as we get close to the top, but it's just important to keep a little bit in reserve because this climb is massive. Geraint's doing okay, I think. I just worry when they start to slow down that something's starting to go wrong. But Fuglsang and Bernal in a little bit of a group of their own. We might start to push a little bit more with those guys in a while. Just with Bernal, sorry. To see if we can potentially take some more points. So annoying when you come out of that screen that it goes to a much higher acceleration. Just keeping a very close eye on the energy levels of everyone here. It's going to be crucial to keep a good amount of energy coming up this climb. Thomas and Carapaz looking okay. Plenty of feed left for those guys. I'm encouraged. In fact, we might as well take a little bit of feed for Bernal. Seems a bit silly not to at this point. We've got a whole blue feed left. And remember, when we get to the bottom of this descent, we will have another feed. Just constantly keeping an eye on everybody. Don't want any of our guys to fall back. We could well win this climb, you know. The only thing that's not really going to make too much of a difference here is that there is a feed at the bottom of this descent. So, as I've just said. So, it's not really going to spread the field massively. Although the yellow jersey holder Roglic is starting to fall back a little. Would be great if this was the last climb. But alas, it's not. Again, just constantly keeping an eye on the energy levels of our guys. Very important to just keep a check on that. I think with 2 to go, we'll take the rest. We'll take all of our blue feed. But Bernal doing a fantastic job here. Really is. Get out of the road. There's Uran just up ahead, and the other 2 guys. So with 2 to go, we'll take all of our red gel. Not too bothered about the points here. Just want to make sure we get up this climb without blowing up. So, now 2 kilometres away. Let's consume of all of our feed. All of our red gel. Not that it's really made too much of a difference. Right. They're also 2.1 away, so we'll tell them to consume their red gel. And we'll start pushing with Bernal here.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Just to try and tire everybody else out, potentially. We have got a little bit of blue gel left, remember. Starting to drop Vogelsang, which is great. Right, take our blue feed now. And we're looking good with Bernal. No surprise here. He's a really good climber. Just keep an eye on everybody else. Looking okay. We'll tell them to consume their blue feed behind now. We haven't actually looked at anybody behind. I bet they're in terrible condition. Red gel. Dennis blue gel. Castroviaggio red. Not really fussed about these guys. At the end of the day, it's our top 4 that we've got to have real concern about. Bernal's looking good though here. Vogelsang starting to be dropped. And as we come over this highest classification climb, the first of 2 today, looks like Bernal, who might well be the leader, over it. Okay, looking okay. Kwiatkowski a little bit worse for wear. Let's try and push as we get to the top. We've got the energy, we might as well go for it. Pogacar going for it, he might well get the 20 points here. Bernal just misses out. I don't know how that's happened. Right, just check everybody else gets to the top okay. Good 15 points for Bernal though, outstanding stuff. Kwiatkowski looking okay.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous.
I mean, Vogelsang's starting to drop back though a lot now. Just try and increase the pace in this group. Be nice to have a few blow-ups before the top for some guys. Good stuff from Kwiatkowski. Thomas and Carapaz looking okay as well. We get to the top. Great stuff. So we've got a descent here, which we'll obviously take advantage of. And then we've got another high-class climb. We did well, though, there. But unfortunately, it's the wrong man ahead, really. If it was Grant Thomas ahead, I'd be absolutely chuffed now. And I'm chuffed for Bernal, but ultimately, he's the wrong man, really. We want Grant Thomas to be up there. Right, we're going to set a high pace here with Grant Thomas. It might not work. It might not work to make any gains. But I just want to get to where Vogelsang is, really. We've passed the yellow jersey man, Roglic. Or Roglic, sorry. Right, let's go. Let's put a good attack in here. Oh, Carapaz has gone down. He should be okay, though. If he rides hard, we'll just tell him to... Oh, I don't know why the screen's gone dark. God knows. We'll just tell him to stick to the wheels in front, but he's not our main man at the moment. I know that's horrible to say, but he's not. Right, come on. Let's put an attack in. Let's try and get up to that next group. Where is Vogelsang? Is he in that Martin group? Yes, he is. So we want to catch up to that. That's a minute and a half in front, but it'll be definitely worth the effort. I think it's going to be a struggle. Might not be worth going for. We'll see what sort of gains we start to make here, but we're not really making too much of a gain. Might not be worth it here with Grant. We'll obviously get another feed, so the energy being exerted isn't going to be too much of a problem. Starting to gain a little bit of time, but again, I don't really know if it's particularly worth it here. We're not gaining a huge amount for the push that we're making. Oh, don't want to fall off. That's the last thing we want to do. Just get the aerodynamic position. There's such a descent here that it'd be silly not to take advantage of that. So Bernal still leads. Kwiatkowski in a bit of a group of his own. We might actually be best trying to get him to catch up to the group ahead. But I suppose the main man is Roglic, not Vogelsang, I suppose. But Thomas is doing okay. We'll tell him to continue the effort. Carapaz is okay too. Bernal absolutely fine. Kwiatkowski's in a group of his own, so it might be worth trying to get him to catch up to that group ahead. Again, it seems silly to be riding by himself. Pino's been left behind. I think he's 5th in the overall standings, if I'm right. Just ride to catch this group. Grant Thomas has gone back into his little group. So he's Roglic. Yeah, Roglic is in that Grant Thomas group, but he did seem to blow up on that climb earlier, so that'll be a good, certainly a good point to point out of note. Right, Kwiatkowski is starting to get into this group now. Going to make this group work hard. We'll get a new feed soon as well, which is music to my ears. Should catch up to that group within a few seconds. Kwiatkowski having a much better stage than a few stages ago on this tricky mountain stage where he just flunked it.
Time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
Right, good. We're in this group.
Is riding hard.
Here we go. 3 separate groups now. To be honest, we're going to set a good pace for Kwiatkowski and try and catch the lead group. They're getting a lot closer.
He's got his teammates riding.
Again, we might as well get Vogelsang to ride as well to exert some energy. Make it tricky for him. We know we've got another feed coming up. But Bernal's not really in the fight, obviously, for the yellow jersey. Our 2 main men are still Kwiatkowski, still got a certain chance. And obviously, Geraint Thomas is our big player. But I don't have massive amount of faith in Geraint Thomas for some reason. It's really unfortunate what happened in stage number 2 with Bernal. Because he would have definitely been in the chance to get the yellow jersey now. Right, here we go then.
Not always a good idea to be too
So, in this breakaway, we've got Bernal, Kwiatkowski, Pogacar. As you can see, Vogelsang and that group has... oh, whoa. Geraint has been dropped. Well, there's 10 in this group, 40 kilometres to go. We're going to ride hard with Geraint here. It'll be tricky to catch up this breakaway group, but it'll definitely be worth it.
the pace at the front of the race.
Yeah, as you can see, we're trying to get the gap down. It's coming quite quickly here, so the breakaway as it is now is getting slower and slower. Be good for Geraint to put a real effort in here just to try and catch up. Just to have 3 of our 4 big players at the front of this race. Again, Carapaz fell. It's not really something we could do much about there ultimately. So it's a minute gap to the guys in front. Theoretically, as we turn this corner, if it's a fairly decently long straight, we should be able to see them. No. It's all twisty bends. I think that's my problem when it comes to catching guys up. I'm not particularly good around the bends. And obviously, you can make as much room on the room up on the straights as you want, but ultimately, if you can't make the room up on the bends, you've just completely wasted your time on the straight. Right, where are they? 50 seconds is the gap. New feed. Right, we're losing our energy very quickly here. We just need to keep focus on that. So Pogacar, oh, okay, interesting. It's 2 separate groups now, but Geraint's managed to catch up nicely. Still a little while behind. But I think that should level itself out, I'd say, as we get to the climb. So, front group. Vogelsang's in that front group. Not really much of a gap, though, so I'm not too worried. It's going to be very interesting end to the stage, though, here. Very, very interesting. So, Geraint has caught up very nicely. Props to him. I think Kwiatkowski's in that little group with Uran. Going to try and get Geraint in the group ahead, including Bernal. I mean, they're not really riding too hard, so I think we're going to try and press forward with Geraint a little bit. Although I do appreciate that there's not much energy he's got, so we'll try and recuperate that. But we've done very well to get into this group, and I'll see you guys when we get to the final climb. It's going to be massive. I really think this could decide where the yellow jersey is going to go, because Roglic is a little while back, okay? I mean, he's in that 4th group, so he will probably catch up as we get to the climb. But this is going to be massive. We've got to get our tactics in order. I'm going to be honest here, I don't think Geraint Thomas has got what it takes in this climb. I really don't. He's got very little energy left already. I know he had to push to get up to the group, but that energy was recuperated. It's Bernal and Kwiatkowski, the big 2 men that we're going to have to go for. But ultimately, Geraint's got to be kept up there. Carapaz has got back into this battle, which is great to hear. But a long way to go still. Evenepoel, Vogelsang in that group, with his Astana teammate Lopez. Roglic has just got ahead. Roglic, sorry. Geraint, Kwiatkowski, Bernal, Carapaz, all in this group. So we've just got to keep wise to any attacks. Not really bothered about Quintana, who leads. He's 18th. He's no concern for the general classification. But 20 kilometres of this is going to be tough. Got to keep a focus on our guys. Want to keep the majority of our feed really until the end. So, Roglic, Fuglsang, all in that group. So worth just catching up to those now. And I'm going to just try, because Bernal's got a lot of energy. Going to try and work this group harder. Try and tire them out. He's got a full feed, so it's worth going for, I think, with Bernal. He's developed into a really good climber over this tour. As you can see, he's in that lead group now.
You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer want to ride. Anyway, we're into the final.
I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that at all. We're just going to try and get a gap with Bernal.
Ideas of cooperation.
Just to try and work the other guys behind. Try and get them to make an attack. But this is great work from Bernal. Absolutely fantastic.
With the favourites is 1 minute away.
Just a shame he's not the one going for the yellow jersey, because our job would have been a lot easier, I think, if Bernal was our main man. But what happened in stage 2, he was, what, 14 minutes behind, and that really didn't help us out. So, he's up there sitting pretty. I think we'll wait. We'll probably wait till there's 10 kilometres to go now, and see what happens when we get there. So here we are, 10 kilometres to go in this stage of the Tour de France. It seems that going for that little break with Bernal has worked. We've got a good lead of 1 minute 20 to Pogacar. Obviously, we're looking at Geraint Thomas. He's going to be an important aspect here. I think we might just try and push here a little. Just try and get the rest of the group to push. We're in a far better position than we were before, I think, with Geraint. Got a lot more energy left. We're just going to try and get them to ride hard. Try and split this peloton. Okay, that's enough of an attack for now. Not really worked out too well. We don't want to exert too much of our energy, though. I think Bernal's got this one, by all intents and purposes. Just keep an eye on everybody here. Geraint Thomas, Carapaz and Bernal have all consumed some of their feed. Kwiatkowski hasn't had to consume any yet. That might change in a little while. But it'd be great if we can gain some time. I mean, Roglic's the main man here, really, to focus on. It'd be great if he blew up before the top, it really would. Kwiatkowski's okay for now. Obviously, we can regain energy by just riding at a slower tempo. However, we can't gain any feed. Again, Lopez is starting to struggle. 8 kilometres out, he's the guy who's up ahead. Fuglsang is starting to go for it, so we'll react to that. Carapaz starting to struggle. Interesting that he's launched an attack. Probably trying to catch up to Lopez, I would guess. Interesting. Very interesting. Just get into that group. Okay, that's okay for me. Right, Kwiatkowski's going to need some feed now, definitely. Yep, he's blown up, I thought so. Ah, annoying that we didn't spot that. Come on, surely we can get past this now. We're going to have to push to make the time up again. As you can see, we're quite a bit off with Kwiatkowski. So, Bernal has been caught. Roglic, Thomas and Carapaz in that group. Should be able to see them all up ahead. Just slow down a little bit now with Kwiatkowski. Get on board with Carapaz. Oh, God. Thomas. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thomas has blown up. For goodness sake. Come on. Right, we need to focus now. We really do, because we're running out of our feet. This is going to get dangerous next. Really worrying here. Bernal's in great condition, but the rest of our guys aren't, definitely. Oh, we don't want to be caught napping here. We don't want to be caught napping at all. I think we might just have been, though. Come on, Thomas. Gonna have to push a little now to get back up to this group. Right, Geraint's our main concern here. Bernal's absolutely fine at the front. Right, here we go. Okay, let's regain some energy now. Carapaz starting to struggle. So is Kwiatkowski. Hopefully, though, they should be able to regain some energy in this phase. That's easier said than done now because we haven't got much energy. Bernal's an interesting one though. Got a lot of feed left with him. Right, we'll just keep our focus. It's very tricky with Geraint Thomas now, given that we haven't got much feed left. But we have to keep up with this group. There's no other option. Unless we do this. Out the way, Pogacar. Got a lot of feed left with Bernal, so we'll try and get them to chase us. Might tire them out. Be a good idea. Geraint Thomas sticking to that group. Good stuff for Bernal there. Good stuff. Great. If only we could do that with Geraint. We're going to struggle though now. Oh, we've bloody blown up again. Come on, keep your focus. Roglic, I think, has blown up as well, though, so that's good news.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Just finish ahead of bloody Roglic at the end of the day. This is a good chance. Fuglsang is going to try and catch up to Bernal at the front. This is the man we need to keep our eye on, though. Need to keep our eye on him. I think we're going to lose some time here to Roglic. Pretty much used all of our feed now.
The lead riders 1 minute.
Right, use all of our red gel with these few guys behind. I mean, remember, Bernal's still got, remarkably, pretty much all of his feed left. This is going to be a brilliant stage for him for Bernal. Oh, Geraint's starting to drop back. Okay, he's okay. Just consume all your feed now, or the majority of it. Great stuff from Bernal. I think he's just going to be fine at the front. Again, it's Geraint we've got to focus on now. It's that important that we're not even going to look at the stage win for Bernal, because this is where the yellow jersey could be decided, particularly if Roglic blows up here. Just going to have to keep this tempo. We haven't really got much of a choice. 2 kilometres to go for Bernal. So we're going to consume all that red gel. You can see we've hardly got any energy left. If Roglic has got anything left in the locker, I'd be amazed. I really would. Bernal's done really well though here. Consume all your blue gel. And you. What about the guys behind? I mean, they're all okay at the moment, to be fair. All in one group. As long as we keep this up, we should be okay. As I've said before, we're not going to focus on Bernal here, because this is the most important bit, is Geraint Thomas. We'll applaud Bernal because it's a brilliantly done stage. Excellent stuff. I think Roglic has definitely blown up here. I mean, he's done... What a stage that is for him. Wow. Really good stuff. So Bernal will win the stage. We've consumed all of our feed. We've just got to ride till the end and just hope that Roglic doesn't have a... Well, here we go. He's going a little. Just got to hope he blows up before the top. But tremendous stuff from Bernal. He's going to win the stage. An absolute canter by nearly 3 minutes. Just a shame we couldn't do the same sort of thing with Geraint Thomas. Bernal over the line. Egan Bernal wins the stage. What a stage that is for him. Wow. We're going to have to go at some point here. Just leave it a little. Hopefully Roglic blows up before the top. That would be great. Right. With 0.7 to go, we will go. We will bolt. Let's go. Come on, Geraint. Roglic's not going to make any time up. We will blow up before the top, but we will gain some valuable time on Roglic. At least I think we will. Right, we're going to blow up, but we've got a decent gap to him. About 30 seconds. That's going to start to creep down. Oh, Roglic's gaining valuable time. Can we just get to the top ahead? Everything's going to matter. Fuglsang will get over the line second, and we finish third in the stage with Geraint Thomas. We make up some time on Roglic. We'll take that. We will take that every day of the week. So a win Again, Vregan Bernal just crushes me, really, because of what happened in that second stage. Bernal would have had a great chance to win the Tour de France. But ultimately, we make some good time with Geraint Thomas there on Roglic, albeit maybe 10-12 seconds, but time is time. And let's see what it looks like in the general classification after that. But top marks of Bernal. We got an attack on, he had some real good energy left, and he won the stage by nearly 2.5 minutes to anybody who was behind. Outstanding stuff, and I will see you guys when we get to the podiums. So, the stage winner by nearly 2.5 minutes. He's done this a few times now. Full marks to Egan Bernal. He's not going to win the Tour because of a few events early on in the Tour de France which has prevented him from doing so, but he'll take a few stage victories, I'm sure, as a bit of consolation. The yellow jersey holder, still Roglic. Ultimately, we did what we could. We finished ahead of him. Fuglsang will gain some time now. That'll be interesting to see. Points classification. Green jersey leader is still Mikhail Kwiatkowski. And he'll also have the polka dot jersey as well. And in that young rider classification, Evan Epoe leads that classification. But surely after Bernal's win, that can't be by much now.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win. We retain the green jersey. Well done, guys.
Well, I'd say something to be fair. Carapaz and Kwiatkowski did very well to finish where they did. 14 seconds then we gained on Roglic. It's something. I'm happy with it. I mean, Bernal wins by 3 minutes and 27 seconds. Quite incredible. Carapaz 6th, Kwiatkowski 8th. Chris Froome, Castro Viejo and Dennis finished in the group of their own, but they were okay there. Points classification, best climber classification. Obviously, Bernal takes some great points there, 35 points. Points classification, Bernal takes 20, Pogacar 26. 8 for Kwiatkowski. All helps. I don't think Sagan took any points in this stage. In fact, where is Sagan? Where is Peter Sagan? Where are you? Is he still in the Tour? This is what I'm wondering now. I haven't seen him for a long time. 108, 110. So he is still there. Points classification, we've just seen that. Bernal's got to be very close to Pogacar. To Evan Epoe. In fact, I think he must even be ahead. That's what confuses me. We'll have a look at that. Team classification, we won the stage there. Let's have a look at what the general classification looks like now. Wow. Fuglsang probably has the best stage out of the top 5. Has to be said. Does really well there. He makes up some valuable time. The top 3 now within 93 seconds of each other. That next stage is going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think Roglic has got it under control. He's got to have a particularly bad stage next time out to lose the yellow jersey, but it's close. Kwiatkowski looking good in 4th. Bernal only 39 points off that white jersey now. Carapaz in 8th. Chris Froome moves down 2 spaces into 26th. Dennis down 1 into 44th, sorry. Castro Viejo up 5 into 74th. Best climber classification. Kwiatkowski took another 2 points today. De Gent took none. Bernal moves up into 3rd. Incredible, really. Points classification. 21 points now, the gap. From Kwiatkowski to Sagan. Young rider. Bernal only 39 seconds behind Evan Epoe. Amazing. Astana move up 2 in the team classification, but we lead that. And Kwiatkowski still leads in the compatibility classification. So, 1 minute and 28. We won the stage. Ticks for everyone, okay. Carapaz didn't finish in the top 5. But, I mean, we did as well as we could. Geraint Thomas got on the podium as well. But, coming up, we have the final mountain stage. Let's see what it's going to look like.
It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging, and it's an important day for the general classification. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. I'm not too worried. I think we're able to win the stage, outdistancing the other favorites. Have a good day, guys. Come on, we're aiming for victory.
Bloody hell. They end the mountain stages in style, don't they? Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 climbs. Although, luckily, we get a bit of a reprieve by the end. With that descent to the sprint. This is going to decide where the Tour de France goes, I would say. We've got a flat stage coming after that. A time trial, which can always change things, I suppose. And then a flat stage to end. This is going to be massive. Can Geraint Thomas get a big enough lead on Roglic? I doubt it, but we'll have to see. That all comes tomorrow. If you've enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for daily Tour de France content on the channel. 4 more stages to go, and this one by far the most important of the 4. This could decide, and I think it will decide, where the yellow jersey is going to go. Thank you for watching, and I always appreciate you guys watching till the end. That is amazing. Really appreciate that. And it seems the average view duration on these videos has been absolutely awesome, so a lot of you staying until the end. Thank you so much for that. And hopefully you'll be able to stay till the end of the Tour de France. Only 4 days to go now. Hope you've enjoyed that. I've been TIJ Gaming, and until the next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.